Barrister.
Yes.
Now, there is one terminology that is being used within the legal profession, most especially when they make laws in Nigeria. They call it domestication in Nigeria. Uh, when the law is made at the federal level, and the state, there's this discretion that the states have to either domesticate it, that's use the law, or they don't want it. How do we bring, how do the state exercise this with regards to the establishment of ranching or Ruga settlements?
Because domestication is either, if it is a national law, domestication means accepting it for implementation at state level. If it is an international law, it can also be domesticated, in which case international law can now be domesticated and brought down at the national level to take effect. But what we are talking about the ones that is a national law, and then we are talking about domestication at the state level.
Exactly.
Just like the Child Rights Act, for example, is a national act, but needs to be domesticated at the state level. And then, as we speak, about 28 states have domesticated the law and then started implementation of that law. Any law that is good, that at the process of creation or making of that law, you carry the people along, it will be easily domesticated. If the federal government makes law that is good, and then in the process the states are carried along, in which case their input will be considered, and then their fears will be assuaged, their interests will be taken care of. Once that law is made at the federal level, for example, the domestication at the state level becomes easy. Because what they will do is to just pick it, adjust it to suit their local environment, and then adopt it at their state assemblies. And then it becomes state law as well. It may have a different code name from that of the federal, but it in effect becomes virtually the same thing. And the implementation becomes easier. That is what we are advocating. That's what we are talking about. But when you now bring a law or a policy, for example, this Ruga is not a law yet, but a policy that they want to use under the agri-productivity paradigm to bring down to state level, and then the state said we don't want it because they are suspicious of the implementation, they are suspicious of the intentions, they are suspicious of the policy, they don't understand it, and they are afraid of dominance. Implement and execute laws and policies and programs that are for the people and not against the people. If your law or program is couched and out of the 36 states, 24 are against it, that simply tells you that it is not a popular one. If you now bid your time and then clandestinely begin to force it down on the people, you're only building a groundswell of protests, a groundswell of hatred, a groundswell of opposition, a groundswell of disunity. We don't want this type of thing in Nigeria as at now.